Every second, the world around us is changing. Flying cars, artificial intelligence, instant messaging, and life on space stations all seemed impossible 100 years ago. So what could be waiting for us in another 50 years? We promise you won't have to wait long to find out.
My name is Kate.
And I'm Talish.
And we're gonna tell you about the future.
Which starts today.
Martians are around us.
Who's already been to the Red Planet? And most importantly, who has managed to turn back?
This is like the penthouse of this space station. This is it.
Yeah.
What will space transportation be like in the future?
I didn't break it, right? Everything's fine.
Where can we get Martian soil to build the first greenhouse in such a harsh environment on the Red Planet?
This soil that's coming from the Mojave Desert.
Why are scientists so driven to find out more about the air on Mars?
We're not catching fish, we're catching fuel and oxygen on Mars.
How will this technology change life in 50 years? Do you want to see it right now?
John, can you believe this?
Yeah?
We are going to be the first astronauts to step on Mars.
I bet you 100 I get down there first. Crap, did you see that?
We've got a Russian spaceship on the radar. Detach the cargo.
But sir, with all respect, it's a part of our mission.
Just do it. Hurry up. You have 10 minutes. The pulse is slightly high.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Well, indeed, who is going to be the first to reach Mars?
It's hard to believe that these photos of people in spacesuits amidst these crimson hills are made here on Earth. These are Mars 160 project participants. 7 people spent 8 months cut off from civilization. Their habitation modules were isolated from the outside world, and each of them had to put on a spacesuit before going outside, just like on Mars.
Во время такого опыта вы можете проработать многие ситуации неожиданные, которые могут возникнуть. Там, начиная от психологических каких-то моментов, заканчивая неудачным проведением эксперимента.
Look into the crater. Where else? In which gym they will provide you to bicycle with the view to a crater?
2 Martian modules were built for an international crew of 7, one in the desert in Utah and the other in the Arctic on Devon Island. People spent 80 days at each station.
Вы каждую неделю, каждые 2 недели, там, в зависимости от теста, отмечаете, как вы себя чувствуете. Там, злой вы, либо веселый, угрюмый. Потом все это специалисты обрабатывают и выдадут нам вердикт. Сошли мы с ума или нет.
They do all this for the main experiment, which could end up being the last one of their lives. This is another station which is designed to imitate the Martian way of life. It was erected in the Russian Institute for Biomedical Problems.
It's so small, it kind of feels like a submarine in here. Oh,
Be careful.
This is a small space.
You're gonna be like a Winnie Pooh.
Oh my goodness. See, this is why I can't be an astronaut. I'm gonna have so much trouble fitting through this hole.
This is what a space station and independent housing units on Mars will probably look like. It may become a model project for the first real Martian and lunar settlements.
Oh man, this is like the size of my bathroom. This is crazy. And so this is where they're gonna sleep, they're gonna work, everything. And this is the closet for all the clothes they can bring.
Yes.
Space limiting is a necessary measure. The smaller the space is, the easier it will be to fill the room with oxygen.
Там планируется развернуть несколько рабочих мест, которые моделируют работу пилота, например, космического корабля «Федерация» или какого-то прототипа пока космического корабля для дальних полетов.
Больше всего риска – это психологический момент. И вот для этого мы и занимаемся здесь подобными экспериментами, чтобы как можно больше вывести рисков и действительно идеально подобрать первый экипаж, который полетит на Марс.
Can we really pack our bags right now?
Where do you think you're going?
To Mars.
Oh, really?
Yep, I've got everything that I need right here. I've got my coats, my scarves, my warm underwear, everything that I need for the severe cold Martian weather.
And what's in this one?
Sunscreens and lotions. Don't you know how crazy the sun is out there?
I think you might have too many bags.
No way. American developers promised that their rockets will deliver any loads to Mars, even my luggage.
The first manned space flight to Mars will presumably be undertaken before 2030. 4 players are getting ready to lift off. NASA, the joint team of Roscosmos and the European Space Agency, China, and Elon Musk's independent team. Their trump card is the Falcon Heavy rocket. February 6, 2018. Unprecedented amusement ride. An automobile going out to the orbit. This is how Elon Musk showed the whole world that he's capable of delivering any load to space. Very soon, his rocket will bring the first expedition to Mars.
Илон Маск очень яркая личность, очень интересный человек. Он действительно является таким драйвером и возбудителем технологического прогресса среди традиционных игроков космического рынка.
Elon Musk's Big Falcon rocket can get 100 tons off the ground. Another American player, NASA, is working on the Orion program. Their Space Launch System spacecraft is able to put 130 tons into orbit.
Are you reliving your childhood?
You'd be surprised, but this old toy is actually the inspiration behind some pretty new technology.
Really?
Exactly. Actually, scientists are working on a centrifuge that's actually going to spin like a top.
There's a rocket inside the centrifuge, and the centrifugal force is going to help it push it out to space.
Well, this idea won't come to life anytime soon.
And that's why the whole world is using Russian rockets. The most realistic option is still engines based on fuel chemical combustion. Russian rocket engines place more than half of all payloads into orbit.
Вот мы сейчас находимся с вами у двигателя РД-170, его макета, который на сегодняшний день является самым мощным ракетным двигателем в мире.
It is possible to reach the Red Planet with the RD engine, but Russia has decided to use some strategic maneuvers in this race.
Сейчас у Роскосмоса главный приоритет – это освоение лунной орбиты и Луны, как промежуточные площадки для того, чтобы потом стартовать на Марс.
On-orbit resupply on the moon. The Russians have a fundamentally different approach compared to the Americans, and the Russian transportation is almost ready.
Let's go. Hello, my name is Kate.
Здравствуйте, Катерина. Сегодня я буду вашим пилотом номер 2, а также учить управлять кораблем «Федерация». Пройдемте.
Is that the ship?
Actually, it's just a command module. The entire Federation is twice as big. During the flight, the crew is always right here.
Вот мы на своих местах, пилот 1 и пилот 2. Пора учиться управлять своим кораблем.
Now I know for sure. A rule of thumb: don't wear a dress if you're planning a trip to space. It's very uncomfortable.
There is no spaceship which would be more comfortable. Federation can accommodate 4 astronauts. Federation has got a real toilet.
Здесь у нас есть и средства подогрева воды, подачи воды, есть полноценный туалет. Дополнительно раскладывается, скажем так, комната гигиеническая, где экипаж может спокойно переодеться.
Роль ПТК Федерации в данном случае – это роль такого такси, перевозки экипажей, состоящих из разных специалистов, между разными инфраструктурами орбитальными, околоземной, окололунной.
На первый взгляд можно показаться, что это коробка передач. На самом деле это единственный орган управления, который присутствует у нас на корабле.
Do I stop with this and accelerate?
Да, именно в нем все встроено, и на первый взгляд...
I didn't break it. Everything's fine. Everything's under control, I hope.
In 2022, Federation is going to undertake its first test. And in 2024, it will go to space.
In the Martian race, China has decided to follow in Russia's footsteps and explore the moon first. The Chang'e moon rover has become the first spacecraft to achieve a soft landing on the far side of Earth's satellite. But everyone worries about this. This is a one-way trip. I won't handle it. Only hardened thrill seekers will survive.
Hello, everyone. My name is Garrett Brills. I used to be a Marine, but right now, I make a living by surviving in the most dangerous places in the universe. And today, I'm gonna show you how to survive on Mars. I have to reach the spaceship called Accuracy. It's just 200 miles from here. I have only tape, a knife, and the remains of my spaceship over there. In addition, I have a damaged spacesuit. The pressure's dropping pretty fast, but I know how to fix it. I've peed on some clay here. It should last for a couple hours. Let's start moving to our destination. I've got this hatch here. It's gonna be my surfboard. All that I have to do is to make a sail. Finally, here it is, the Accuracy spaceship. And now, I can get home. Okay, this is it. Let's go home, guys.
Запасы топлива были истрачены при полете к Марсу. Возвращение невозможно.
Damn it. Okay, guys, it's not a problem. I can build a house here because I still have some tape.
Brilliant. I'll go pack my bags.
Oh, wait. That way, please.
What is this?
It's a test for any space tourist. Your heart shouldn't change much. 120, 140 beats per minute.
I got this.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Okay, how'd I do?
Well, I'm not sure you've passed.
That's okay. I'm gonna go to, I'll go to space. Yeah, I'll just be in the trunk, in the back.
Sure.
Waiting.
The main problem with Martian trips is that scientists have not figured out how to take off from Mars and fly back home. But it turns out that there is a solution. Russian specialists claim that their engine is powerful enough to turn back from the red planet. They call their project a megawatt-class nuclear propulsion system. What is unique about it is a special coolant made of a helium-xenon mixture.
Это мечта нашего человечества обуздать термоядерный синтез. Этот двигатель более эффективен для межпланетных наших полетов по Солнечной системе.
When the colonists reach the red planet, they will face the main problem. There's no air on Mars. Robert Zubrin, an engineer, nuclear physicist, and friend of Elon Musk, is now developing a special machine which can make a great change.
Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You give him a fishing rod, you can feed him for a lifetime. This is a fishing rod, except we're not catching fish, we're catching fuel and oxygen on Mars.
97% of the Martian atmosphere consists of carbon dioxide. Inside this machine, it will react with hydrogen decomposing into methane and water. The Martian colony will be fine if it has water.
The water we take and we send to an electrolyzer here. And this splits it into hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen is our other product. That is oxygen that you could use to breathe or to burn the rocket fuels.
According to Zubrin, the colonists will be able to fuel their spacecrafts with methane and fill their houses with oxygen.
I think we have a problem. I don't think I'll be able to live on Mars without this stuff.
Well, you won't have to. It will be just the same. European scientists have proved that by having reaped a Martian harvest.
It's hard to believe, but the biologist Viger Vainling grew all these green vegetables in Martian-like soil.
It turns out that if you add water and create warmer conditions, such soil can become quite suitable for agriculture.
We have potatoes, we have the peas that are over there, we have the peanuts that are starting to grow, but we have harvested a lot of potatoes already, and oh, so many kilos of green beans. So many green beans, we didn't know what to do with it.
Greenhouses with his plants are situated in the Netherlands in the suburbs of Amsterdam. They have been giving crops regularly for the last 5 years.
We are using 2 different kinds of Martian soil simulants. This is one of them. This is coming from the Mojave Desert, and this is the new one we are using at the moment.
The soil in the Mojave Desert, as well as the Martian soil, is rich in iron and volcanic ash. But the botanist manages to grow quite appetizing vegetables.
We knew that there were heavy metals in the soil, and we had to make sure that they were not present in the parts that you eat, because otherwise you could get sick.
The plants proved to be absolutely safe. Heavy metals remain in the soil. With this agricultural experiment, Europe has also entered the Martian race together with Russian specialists. It turns out that no matter how severe the red planet climate is, you may grow quite good crops there.
Some scientists believe Mars was not always lifeless. At a certain point, it had water.
We're here to conduct an experiment, but I have to put on a mask because apparently optics in this room are very sensitive. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Kate.
Alexei.
Nice to meet you.
A similar machine is already exploring the red planet. It is expected to get the detailed information about the atmospheric composition on Mars. Recurrent methane emissions still can't be explained. If the device manages to detect them accurately, it will be a real breakthrough, because methane most likely appears in the areas which once had organic life.
Вы тихонько дунете вдоль прибора и увидите, какие от этого происходят изменения в спектре.
It feels like an alco-tester for aliens.
Here's another device. It is called FRIEND. It catches neutron fluxes. Their number indicates the amount of water. In theory, with the help of it, we may find areas of Mars which could be most suitable for its colonization.
И по этим изменениям мы будем, собственно, строить карты, что вот в этом регионе воды мало, в этом воды много.
It is noteworthy that Roscosmos agreed to provide NASA with this water map. The Chinese researchers will also use it. Basically, it's not important who is going to reach Mars first. Anyway, the participants of this Martian race will have to explore and settle it and struggle with obstacles together.
Главная эта проблема на самом деле радиация, а не вода, потому что она там есть на поверхности, от нее никуда не деться, и защищаться от нее крайне сложно, а ничего живое в ней не живет.
All space objects suffer from radiation.
Earth is protected from solar radiation by its atmosphere, which is held in place by its magnetic field. Mars doesn't have a proper magnetic field like Earth does, only magnetic poles. That's why it has almost lost its atmosphere during the last 4 billion years.
Сейчас Марс совсем не пригоден для человеческого обитания. Но много лет назад его климат был гораздо ближе к климату Земли. И нам надо исследовать и понять, в чем же дело было, чтобы мы земной свой климат не доломали окончательно.
Guys, do you see that?
Yeah, looks good. Have you set up the sensors?
Yeah, let's get started. Oh my God.
What do you got here?
Watch this. From the looks of it, our scanners show that these caves go on for thousands of miles, and it seems like these tunnels are formed when the oil shale is mined.
What does it mean?
This graphic shows how all of Mars has been eroded and the planet's crust is ruined. That must be why there's no life on Mars anymore.
We must immediately report this. Sir, we now know why Mars has no life on it. Gentlemen, no doubt it's an important discovery, but we've got our own problems. We're having a catastrophe on Earth. The Earth is collapsing.
Guys, I'm gonna finish up in here. There's a basketball game tonight, and I don't want to miss it.
Don't rush.
That was just one of the scary situations like a nuclear explosion, a volcano, a tidal wave, or an earthquake that just haven't happened yet.
But the future of the Earth is in our own hands.
I'm Talish.
And I'm Kate.
And we've been talking about the future that's still covered in secrets.
But eventually, we will reveal them all.